Today you will learn my #1 scalping strategy on a channel for 15-minute time frame that might change your whole trading career. This strategy is based on 2 free TradingView indicators and a price action technique that aims to find the best trade entries possible. And to prove these claims, I will take 100 trades with the strategy with an initial account size set at $100 and 2% risk per trade. I use TraderEdge app for backtesting my strategies. It's super easy to use and most importantly it saves me a lot of time. By the way, on TraderEdge you can also find high win rate strategies that have been proven to work. So if you're interested, feel free to sign up for my affiliate link. This way you'll also support the channel. Okay, so for this strategy you first need to open the TradingView chart and set the time frame to 15 minutes. The strategy works perfectly well on all markets that have a high level of liquidity. For this example we're going to be using the price of natural gas. So to add the indicators to the chart, you first need to click on the Indicators tab and search for the first indicator, which is called the Secret EMA Cloud. Select this indicator by Teddy Kleps. For the second indicator, you want to search for BX Trender. This indicator by Quant Therapy. We're not going to change any settings on these indicators, we're just going to keep them on default. Now let's understand how these indicators work. So first let's start with this Secret EMA Cloud. This is a combination of 3 moving averages. If we double click on it, we can see that the green line is the EMA 21, the red line is the EMA 200 and the white line is the EMA 89. These moving averages will help us identify the overall trend direction so that we don't trade against the trend. Notice when the market is in a strong uptrend, the moving averages are aligned in a way so that the first goes 21, then it goes 89 and then it goes 200. When the price action is heavily trending, the distance between the EMAs is usually increasing. And when the market is moving sideways, the EMAs are usually very close to each other. So with the help of this indicator, we can actually spot a range in market as well. This is very important because the majority of losses happen exactly during this time. On the other hand, when the market is in a downtrend, the EMAs are aligned in a way so that on the top goes 200, then it goes the 89 EMA, and at the very bottom we have the 21 EMA. It's very important to remember in which order the EMAs are aligned during an uptrend and a downtrend. Otherwise you're risking to enter the trade when the overall trend is not yet confirmed. Okay, now let's move on to the second indicator, which is the BX Trender. This tool will serve us as a first confirmation indicator. Based on its signals, we're going to be entering long and short positions. This indicator might look a bit confusing at first, but it's actually very easy to use. As we can see, it consists of 4 main parts. The main X trender line, which is this one right here that has these circles on. These circles are actually signals to take long and short positions. A green circle is a signal to go long, a red circle is a signal to go short. The second piece is this colored histogram. This histogram is not that important in our trading strategy, so we can simply ignore it. The third piece this indicator consists of is this BX trended trend line. This line is very important because it confirms these long and short signals. For example, when the indicator issues a signal to go short, the BX trended trend line must be a red color and it has to be below the 0 level, which is actually the 4th piece of this indicator. On the other hand, when a green circle is printed on an indicator, the X trended trend line must be green color and it has to be positioned above the 0 level. Okay, now you know how these indicators work. Let's now understand the exact rules for our scalping strategy. So for a valid long signal, we need to have the following conditions met. First, the price action must be in an uptrend, which is confirmed by the position of the EMAs. As we already know, the first goes 21, then it goes the 89, and then it goes the 200 EMA. The distance between the EMAs has to be increased as well. Second, the price action must pull back into the 89 EMA. It can either touch it or get really close to it. Third, once the pullback has been created, we're going to be waiting for a new long signal issued by the BX Trender. For that, a new green circle needs to appear on an indicator. The position of the circle against the 0 line does not really matter. It can appear either below or above the line. The long signal needs to be confirmed by the second trend line. As we already know, the line must be green and it has to be positioned above the 0 level. And the final condition is that at the time the indicator issues a valid long signal, the price action must be closed above the 200 EMA. The stop loss will be set at the recent swing low. For this strategy, we do not set any take profit targets. We're simply going to exit a winning long trade as soon as we have a new red circle appeared on an indicator. As we can see, the red circle has been printed, and the current price is definitely higher than our entry price. So this is a valid signal to exit a long trade. Okay, let's see one more example. Here we see the EMAs are confirming the uptrend. The price action created a pullback into the 89 EMA. The BX trender issued a valid long signal, and at the same time the price action closed above the 21 EMA. Sometimes the risk-reward ratio for the strategy can get really high, which is definitely really good because we can make a lot of money with the strategy. Alright, now let's learn the short positions. First, the price action must be in a downtrend. This is confirmed by the position of the EMAs. As you remember, the first goes 200, then it goes to 89, and at the very bottom we have the 21 EMA. Second, the price action must pull back into the 89 EMA. It can either touch it or get really close to it. By the way, the distance between the EMAs must be quite significant. Once the pullback has been created, the BX trender indicator must issue a valid sell entry. For that, a red circle must appear on an indicator, and the secondary indicator line must be red and it has to be positioned below the zero level. And finally, at the time the indicator issues a valid sell entry, the price action must be closed below the 21 EMA. The stop loss will be set at the recent swing high. And we're gonna exit a winning short trade as soon as we have a green circle appeared on a BX trender. Here we see a green circle appeared, but the trade is not running in profit. This means that we cannot close the position just yet. We're simply gonna be waiting for a new exit signal. As we can see, a new signal appeared, and now we can book our profit. Okay, let me give you one more sell example before we proceed to the backtesting. So the first thing we're looking at is the position of the EMAs. We can see that they are aligned properly and the distance between them is quite significant. The price action pulled back into the 89 EMA, and then the BX trender issued a valid sell entry. Then we're looking at the price action, we see that the candlestick is closed below the 21 EMA. So we took this sell position and now we're going to be waiting for a valid exit signal. Once the signal is issued, we immediately exit the trade and book our profit. Okay traders, now you know the rules for the strategy. Let's do our backtesting with the goal to find the real numbers behind it. Okay, so the test is finished and here are the results. I took 100 trades within 6 months period and 79 of them were successful. We started our account size with $100. The profit and loss is 410.69%. The equity curve is very stable, no serious drawdowns at all. The maximum drawdown was actually 3.96%, which is definitely really good for a 15-minute scalping strategy. The profit factor is 5.81 and we had 12 consecutive wins against 2 consecutive losses. So overall I'll give the strategy a score of 10 out of 10. You can test it on different markets and different time frames to see how well it performs there. Okay traders, that's it for this video. Make sure you like it if you found it useful. By the way, if you want to increase the win rate for the strategy even more, check out this video right here.